and smile. It's a new beginning. It's a new moment. And welcome. So please feel free to have a seat. I'd like to invite Miss Patty Yoon to come forward, our platform leader, looking delightful in yellow. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I am Patty Yoon, and good morning, Unity of Wichita. On sound, we have Brian. On video, we have Jessica sharing today's special music as our videos edited by Samantha Jones and sharing with animal chaplain knowledge, Dianne Waltner. Let's give them all a hand. Our greatest desire is that you're inspired by the music, the message, the meditation. You are a blessing to us. Every month, we celebrate one of the 12 powers that our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, identified and discerned to be within each one of us. The power of this month is the power of wisdom. And that is the power to judge, to evaluate, to discern, to be wise, to appraise, and to apply what is known. So with that power of wisdom, let's say our mission statement together. Inspiring spiritual transformation as a vibrant, diverse, and inclusive community. And with that same power of wisdom, let's say our statement of being together. There is only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe, God the good, omnipotent. Now is the time to silence our cell phones as we welcome our first-time guests. If you're here in the sanctuary for the first time, reach now to the back of the seat in front of you. There's a packet with information inside. Fill out the form on the front and put it into the offering plate as you leave. Your presence is your gift to us. If you're at home online, put in the chat box that you're new and go later to our website to find out about ongoing and upcoming events. We would love to see you in person soon. In fact, next week would be a great time as we have the Bring a Friend Potluck Sunday, the first of every month. Wonderful. So, Unity is a worldwide ministry dedicated to the ongoing awareness of the Spirit within all. We invite you to consider our teachings wherever you may be on your spiritual journey. Keep what works for you and gently release the rest. We will now bless everyone who is connected here today. We love you. We bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ as you, just as you are. Amen.
So, when we think about the young people in our lives, maybe we chuckle, maybe we worry, maybe we are filled with hope. Whatever it is that you experience when you think about the young people in your life or the young people in the world, I invite you to just hold that feeling, that knowing in your heart, bringing into your inner awareness the appreciation for who they are, who they're here to be, as we hold this blessing for each one of them. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ as you, just as you are. Please rise as we sing together.
time to begin for the healing of this earth. Many small steps here, millions of feet now, can carry everybody to rebirth. Oh, we are one in the spirit. We are one in this world. We are one in the spirit. Everybody, every soul, everywhere we turn. Away, 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 away. So as you take yourself, give back to someone else. All the nations here belong. Tear down illusion, shore up with truth. To you and I we sing a worldwide song. We are one in the spirit. We are one in this world. We are one in the spirit. Every woman, every man, every boy and girl. We are one in the spirit. We are one in this world. We are one in the spirit. Yeah. Everybody, every soul, everywhere we turn. Away, 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 away.
I think that's the most dancing I've experienced in here. That was wonderful. So this morning, as we enter into our time of prayer, I invite you to think about those people in your life who you are holding in prayer. I know that there are several people in this room who have relatives who have been experiencing births and surgeries and all kinds of health experiences, celebrations, and journeys. We also have those people in our community that are heavy in their hearts, concerned about the state of the world around them. So all of those prayers, I invite you to just bring them into your inner awareness. And when you're ready, close your eyes as we take a deep breath, moving into the space of the heart, awakening to the presence of God, the presence of spirit in the way that only you understand it for you. This presence of love, this presence of peace, this that we connect with in prayer consciousness. For as we connect in this space, we are awakening to the oneness that we share. We open our hearts even wider and invite those that we are holding in prayer into this sacred space. Those who have introduced new life, we say, blessings, thank you, good job. Now the fun begins. We see the awakening of ability, the comfort of knowing they're never alone, and the wisdom that is innate. For those who are experiencing health challenges, who are recovering from surgeries, we affirm the presence of health, wholeness, and well-being brought forth by the very light of God. We imagine and affirm the presence of perfect health and movement within the body, physical, emotional, spiritual, knowing that each part is loved, healed, and seeing the presence of God in action. For those carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, we affirm the presence of imagination of good, seeing and imagining the positive steps forward, the actions that you and only you are called to take. Knowing what is yours to do and affirming the love, the acceptance, and the celebration of life in activity all around you. Awakening to the presence of Spirit in all circumstance, knowing that God is there. God is there. We are so very grateful for this opportunity to be in prayer of support to one another and to those beyond this building. We affirm we are one in the Spirit. We are one. In the name and the nature of the living Christ within, we say together, and so it is. Amen.
Take a breath, close your eyes, go within, deep inside. The gift is always there to find. Open up, say a prayer, feel the peace that's waiting there. And Spirit is never far behind. Take a breath, close your eyes, go inside. Take a breath, close your eyes, go inside. Take a breath, close your eyes, go inside.
As we prepare for our time of meditation, I invite you to take a deep breath and repeat after me these affirmations. I am one with life. I honor the divine in every creature. I walk lightly upon the earth, guided by love and reverence. With each breath, I choose kindness, compassion, and peace. So now I invite you to get comfortable in your chair. Lower your gaze, close your eyes if it feels comfortable, and take another deep breath in and out. Feel yourself becoming present in this moment, connected to the life around you. As you breathe, imagine the earth beneath you, solid, nurturing, alive. This sacred ground has carried generations of beings, from the tiniest insects to the tallest trees, from the ancient ones who walked before us to the animals that roam freely today. With each breath, sense the rhythm of life pulsing through creation. The whisper of the wind, the song of the birds, the silent wisdom of the trees. Each voice a prayer, each being an expression of divine love. Now bring to mind an animal, perhaps one you have encountered in your life or one that calls to your heart. See this creature in your mind's eye. Notice their beauty, their essence, their sacred presence. This being, like you, is a soul on this shared journey of existence. Whisper a blessing to them in your heart. May you be safe. May you be free. May you be happy. May you live in harmony with the earth. Now expand this blessing outward to all animals, to the forests and oceans, to the sky and the soil. Feel your love flowing like a gentle stream, nourishing the world with kindness. Now turn your awareness inward. You too are part of this great tapestry of life. You are not separate from nature. You are woven into its sacred design. Affirm within, I honor the earth. I honor all beings. I walk gently in love and reverence. Now take a final deep breath, feeling gratitude for the gift of life. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying this peace and purpose into your day. May your actions reflect your love for the earth and all her creatures.
You could say that you'll stand apart, put a fence around your yard. You can build a tall rampart, guard it with a gun. You can dig yourself a moat, burn the bridge and burn the boat. It won't matter that much, you know, 'cause all the world is one. All the world is one. In a big parade every Independence Day. You can raise up your own flag, sing your own anthem. It'll ring out in the air with the other anthems there. To the winds of the earth declare, all the world is one. All the world is one. Go and ask the Buddha when he's sitting under the tree. Go ask Walt Whitman when he's looking out at the sea. Ask Alan Shepard when he's standing up on the moon, staring at take a creep. Ask Alan Shepard when he's standing up on the moon, staring at that pearl of blue. You can take an outbound train, try to make a getaway. You can ride off like John Wayne to the setting sun. But earthlings don't leave town, they just go round and round until they figure out all the world is one. All the world is one. All the world is one. All the world is one.
So this morning, we have the pleasure of welcoming Dianne Waltner, who is an ordained animal chaplain who's been a part of our community for many years. I feel like it's not every day that you meet someone that helps you to think in a new way. And I think Dianne does that. And I'm always grateful for your voice and helping us to understand and explore in a new way. So, whether it is her inviting you to the vegan potluck, or if it is her sharing with you Evolving into Oneness, the book that she wrote, Dianne will always share her heart. And that's what she's here today. I hope this is low enough for you now. Come on over.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Sam, but it is evolving into wholeness.
What did I say?
Oneness, I think, which is the theme of the day, so it's close. Well, good morning, and happy belated Earth Day. It's a real honor and pleasure to be with you here again this morning. This past Tuesday, April 22nd, marked the 55th anniversary of Earth Day. Does anyone here remember the first one back in 1970? I do see a few hands. Although nothing really stands out in my mind for that first Earth Day, future Earth Days would shape me deeply. It may be hard to imagine now, but back then factories could legally dump toxic waste into rivers and release dangerous smoke into the air. No regulations, no accountability. Just think of the smell and the poor quality we've seen here with just the controlled burns in Flint Hills and various wildfires across the country. And think how much worse it could be. Thankfully, that began to change thanks to a rising environmental consciousness sparked by several events. The 1962 publication of Rachel Carson's book, Silent Spring, which revealed the harmful effects of chemical pesticides and had a tremendous impact on public opinion. A massive oil spill off Santa Barbara's coast in 1969. The Cuyahoga River in Ohio catching fire in 1969 due to an oil slick and industrial pollution, and this was only the latest out of numerous fires on that river. And Earthrise. The famous NASA photo taken of Earth from the moon in 1968, awakening us to the planet's beauty and fragility. Is anyone else still as awed by this image as I am? I see more hands. Inspired by these events, Wisconsin Senator Gaylord Nelson organized the first Earth Day as a national teach-in. The response was overwhelming. Over 20 million Americans participated. This movement helped usher in major environmental legislation like the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, Endangered Species Act, and the foundation of the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. So where are we now? Well, we've made some progress. We're still facing a multitude of interconnected environmental crises: biodiversity loss, climate change, ocean acidification, deforestation, air and water pollution, freshwater scarcity, and more. Take biodiversity loss, for example. A 2023 NatureServe report found that 34% of plant species and 40% of animal species in the US are at risk of extinction. And 41% of ecosystems are in danger of collapse. So why does biodiversity matter? Why should we even care? There's a lot of reasons. It ensures soil health, clean air and water, pollination, and natural disaster mitigation. And it's basically essential for healthy ecosystems. As John Muir, co-founder of the Sierra Club, said, quote, "When we try to pick out anything by itself, we find it is bound fast by 1,000 invisible cords to everything in the universe. We never know what the eventual effect will be of losing any one species, let alone all of those currently facing the threat of extinction." As just one example, consider the bees pollinating all the plants that eventually provide food and how they are under threat. A significant reason for this biodiversity loss is habitat loss. A simple look at our land usage paints a stark picture. Can you guess how much land is used for agriculture? I don't know how well you can see it from there, but I do have a printout of this and the other charts that I'll be using if you want to take a closer look, and they are all available at ourworldindata.org. But 40% of all habitable land on Earth is used for agriculture, almost half. And 80% of that 40% is used for animal agriculture, including cropland for feed and grazing land. So this imbalance has a devastating effect on our ecological balance. Today, livestock make up 62% of all mammal biomass. Humans, 34%, and wild mammals, a mere 4%. And that 4% includes both land and marine mammals. They're about 2% each. Among birds, poultry vastly outnumbers wild birds, more than 2 to 1. We're crowding out the rest of nature, and it's not just overwhelming, it's heartbreaking. Aldo Leopold once said, "One of the penalties of an ecological education is that one lives alone in a world of wounds. Much of the damage inflicted on land is quite invisible to laymen. An ecologist must either harden his shell and make believe that the consequences of science are none of his business, or he must be the doctor who sees the marks of death in a community that believes itself well and does not want to be told otherwise." While I think it's important to have a basic understanding of the situation, I'm not here to dwell in despair. I'm here to talk about hope and healing. There are actions we can take, and I have a handout outside the front doors there with practical ideas after the service. And while I believe these are all important, real change requires more than just reusable bags, energy-efficient light bulbs, and plant-based meals. We need a paradigm shift, a change in how we see ourselves and our place in the world, a new to us, yet very old way of looking at the world and our relationship with the other beings with whom we share this earth. In the words of environmental lawyer Gus Speth, "I used to think Next slide. I used to think the top environmental problems were biodiversity loss, ecosystem collapse, and climate change. I thought that with 30 years of good science, we could address those problems. I was wrong. The top environmental problems are selfishness, greed, and apathy. And to deal with those, we need a spiritual and cultural transformation. And we scientists don't know how to do that. So isn't that what unity is all about? Each week we affirm our mission, inspiring spiritual transformation as a vibrant, diverse, and inclusive community. So I'm wondering, how might we inspire the spiritual transformation necessary to help reduce the environmental toll we're taking on the earth? In preparing this service, I found some resources which have made me question some of my own assumptions and to see things in a little different light. And I invite, and even challenge, you to join me on this journey of reimagining humanity's place in the world. Our power of the month is wisdom, the blending of knowledge from the head and heart. It will guide us in this journey of reconnection. Turning to scripture, we find in Job 12, 7-10, ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky, and they will tell you. Or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, or let the fish in the sea inform you. Which of these, all these, does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? In his hand is the life of every creature and the breath of all mankind. We can also look to indigenous wisdom. As Chief Seattle tells us, the earth does not belong to man. Man belongs to the earth. All things are connected like the blood that unites us all. Man did not weave the web of life. He is merely a strand in it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself. Myrtle Fillmore, Unity's co-founder, said, I was almost accused of being a nature worshiper when I was a little girl. Nature is surely the glorified face of God. See the beauty about you, and you do see the manifestation of the infinite mind. And Charles Fillmore, the other Unity co-founder, added, intelligence is inherent in every form, animate or inanimate. Even rocks and minerals have life. We should be speaking words of truth to everything, not only to humankind, but to the mineral, vegetable, and animal kingdoms. And of course, we can always go within. Our theme of the month has been realization. And according to the Revealing Word, the supreme realization is unity with divine mind, complete oneness with the Christ consciousness. We often speak of oneness with the Spirit, with the Christ consciousness. But what about our oneness with all life, with all the other beings with whom we share this planet? Remember when I shared that humans represent 34% of all mammals on the planet? Well, can you guess what percentage of all life on Earth, including plants, fungi, fish, and other life, humans represent? Would you believe that humans make up only 0.01% of all life on Earth? Let that sink in for a minute. 1/100th of 1%. Can we be so arrogant as to think that humans are the only beings on this planet who are a part of this consciousness? And if you think that's surprising, just wait, there's more. According to Rob Knight, director of the University of California, San Diego Center for Microbiome Innovation and professor of pediatrics and computer science and engineering, quote, so in addition to our 30 trillion cells, human cells, we have on average about 39 trillion microbial cells. So by that measure, we're only about 43% human, unquote. Now really let that sink in. Even within our own bodies, we host more microbial cells than human ones, many of which reside in our gut. We are ecosystems, not individuals. Does anyone else find that statistic shocking? I see some heads nodding. So let's consider this. What does it mean to be human? We are part of nature, not separate from it. And our sense of separation, our story of human superiority, has justified the exploitation of people, animals, and the earth itself. Anyone who has loved a pet knows that animals have emotional and mental, as well as physical lives. And I would add spiritual lives to that as well. This connection helps us realize we are kin, we are relation, not just with our animal companions, but with all animals, with all beings. Our animal friends give us such a great gift, the ability to see for ourselves their wisdom and to get a small glimpse into the other than human world. We are connected to the dogs and cats in our home, the pigs confined in gestation crates, the deer in the forest, the cow in the feedlot, the ducks on the lake, and the chicken in the slaughterhouse. All of these beings are our kin. We are all a part of this consciousness. We are all in this together. I used to have a bumper sticker that said, "Humans aren't the only species on Earth, we just act like it." And I think that pretty much sums up our current situation in a nutshell. Considering humanity to be superior to all other beings has resulted in our seeing them all as commodities for our use, not individuals who feel pain and pleasure as we do. This illusion of separation has fueled all forms of oppression: speciesism, racism, sexism, ableism. As Paul Farmer said, the idea that some lives matter less is the root of all that is wrong with the world. But it doesn't have to be that way. Environmentalist David Suzuki reminds us, the way we see the world shapes how we treat it. If a mountain is a deity, not a pile of ore. If a river is one of the veins of the land, not potential irrigation water. If a forest is a sacred grove, not timber. If other species are biological kin, not resources. Or if the planet is our mother, not an opportunity. Then we will treat each other with greater respect. This is the challenge, to look at the world from a different perspective. What if we saw all beings as sacred? What if we treated animals as our relation? The Daily Word for November 4, 1996 said, "Every life on earth is an expression of God's creativity, and everything we see is a part of God. So let's honor each other, each life, as the awe-inspiring creations we are. Let's shower each other with love and respect. Then we will truly see God's glory in our lives and in the world." Author Eric Jompa Anderson, in his book, Unseen Beings, How We Forgot the World is More Than Human, argues that our anthropocentric worldview has caused ecological disaster. His antidote? Re-enchantment. Quote, "By cultivating a sense of natural enchantment and authentic kinship with the many creatures around us, we can help to create a brighter future on this planet and recover a sense of what it really means to be human in a more than human world." Unquote. One practice I've embraced is what I call a wonder walk. After my usual exercise loop while walking in the park, I slow down and truly observe. I listen to the birds. I may talk to the squirrels, deer, ducks, rabbits, or any other being I might see. I stop to smell the lilacs. I look up to observe the clouds. I look down to see what's at my feet. Occasionally, I've been blessed to meet many tiny little frogs and lizards along the way. These walks nourish my soul. They restore my connection to the world around me. The story that we've been telling ourselves, that we are separate, superior, and entitled to use the earth as we please, is not working. It's not serving us, or anyone else. Eric Jumpa Anderson again writes, quote, "What if we begin to tell a different story, one in which we have never been separate from the wonders of nature, though some of us lost sight of it for a while? Our world is full of strange and wonderful persons, and only very few of those are human beings. Life is richer, more fulfilling, and far more enchanting in a more than human world. We just need to open our eyes." And Rachel Carson gives us a suggestion on how to do that. One way to open your eyes is to ask yourself, what if I had never seen this before? And what if I knew I would never see it again? So this week, I invite you to contemplate that, to ask those questions, to open your eyes and your heart. Reconnect with other beings, whether they are other than human animals, trees, flowers, lakes, even dandelions. Spend time with them, humbly observing, listening. Go on a wonder walk and see what you might find. Hug a tree. Go outside and watch the sunset, or the sunrise if you prefer, or better yet, even both. Walk with humility, reverence, and awe. Realize that we are part of nature, not separate from it, with the deep knowing that we are inextricably linked and connected to all life. And using our power of wisdom, consider these words by Jane Goodall. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Thank you.
Thank you, Animal Chaplain Dianne Waltner. Let's give her another hand. That was really wonderful. Thank you. We are certainly blessed here at Unity of Wichita by the music, the message, the meditation, and by love. So if you are blessed by this building and the building that is to come, motivated by the message, inspired by the music, and want to step into your own flow of financial abundance, please consider giving a tithe or an offering this morning. If you're here in the sanctuary, there's an offering plate at the back as you leave. If you're at home online, go now to our donations page, our PayPal account, our physical address. Any one of us can take our cell phones, hold it up to that QR code, and that will take you directly to our donations page. Whatever amount you are guided to give, just hold it over your heart. Bless it with your love, and let's say our offering blessing together. Divine love flowing from me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, all that I receive, and I am grateful. Amen.
Good morning again. Thank you, Dianne. Man, who's ready to go on a wonder walk? You might have some friends. So while we're filled with that wonder, that great appreciation, I would like to invite you to join me in blessing the tithes, the offerings, the gifts that when we give them, we imagine wrapping them with care, making them beautiful, ready to be received and utilized in the flow of generosity, where we give as a community. From those tithes and offerings, we wrap our own gifts. We are so very grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And in the name, the nature of the Christ within, we say together, and so it is. Amen. Good morning, Wayne Donner. I'm
Good
glad
morn-
you're here too.
I'm sorry?
I said I'm glad you're here too.
Oh, well, if you'd had the experience I had yesterday, I would agree with that. I'm glad I'm here. That's a story for another day. Okay, join us this Sunday, today, following service for the spiritual deep dive. We will take possession of the new home on May 1st, so we can begin to move things in and around and arrange and change our mind 47 times.
I would say around 50. Just
Hey, hey, for an old guy, that's 6%. Within 6%, that's not bad. And I didn't even use a cell phone. Okay, next Sunday will be our final potluck Sunday in this location. So let's make it a special one and bring something you love to share. During the potluck, the Taste of Spirit groups will meet with a focus on the book, The Power Within You by Eric Butterworth. A reminder that the address of our new location is 10616 West Maple, Suite 1 on Maple, just about a block and a half west of Mays Road. Now, there's we need volunteers to help with the move. We're in the middle of the online auction. If you want some entertainment, go to the site. There was a link in the e-blast, and just sort of page through and see what people are bidding for what items. The auction ends a week from today, next Sunday. The way the auction is run is if you win the bid, the auction company will send you an invoice, and you, the bidder, have to come to the site and pick up what you purchased. So the pickup dates are Monday and Tuesday, the 5th and 6th of May. The pickup time is between 12 and 6. So we need volunteers to be here to help the winning bidders who will come during those time blocks to get their items, find their items, and remove them from the church. So that's sort of a new request. The 6 hours are divided up into two 3.5 time slots. I know, that's what's called the new math. So we need, and if we don't get 5 or 6 volunteers, we will still have help because the auction company will provide the help that is needed. But if they have to provide an individual, that individual will receive $15 an hour. So if you can, again, do the quick math, if they have to provide 3 or 4 people, that's what the tab will be at the end of the day on Tuesday the 6th. So we need help. It should be easy, but we do need 5 to 6 folks to help us. That would be a week from tomorrow and a week from Tuesday.
There
I didn't say time?
No, you just talked about the new math.
Oh, well, that's why nobody could understand what I was talking about. The times are 12 to 6.
Well, you said that, but there's,
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right. The two 3.5-hour blocks each day are 11:30 to 3 and 2:45 to 6:15 p.m. And the sign-up sheets are in Fellowship Hall.
perfect. Correct. We got it. I've already seen at least one person has signed up. So I think what's really cool is that we are in motion. I don't know if you guys noticed that the drapes are down in here. It feels so different. It sounds so different. We're moving. Are you guys getting excited? Kinda, sorta. It's bittersweet. It's getting real. So I would like to invite you to stand. And if you're new, then we usually try to connect over here. If you're not able to stand, just stay where you are. We'll connect with you anyway. And we'll share in our prayer of protection, followed by the peace song. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.